Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. It is Monday. It's actually what's today? Monday, February 2nd. Y'all, can y'all believe that we're already in the month of February? Look, 2026 is flying by. Like it is flying by already, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, hold on, good people. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself while I check to make sure I'm live everywhere that I should be live. Just bear with me. I am Sybil, aka Mom Jones. I am the lady behind Mamas and Coffee and your lovely host here every Monday at Coffee Chats with Mom Jones. I'm here every Monday at noon Eastern Time, where I just come and talk about random topics about life, right? Whatever it is that hits my mind that day, that's what I come here and talk with you about. And today, I want to talk with you a little bit about me time. What me time is, what I consider me time here at Mamas and Coffee. So if you are part of Mamas and Coffee in any way, if you read the blog, if you follow my social media, which by the way, if you are not connected with us on social media, you need to go ahead and connect. Mamas and Coffee. That's where we are. All the social media handles: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Mamas and Coffee. So I want to talk with you about what me time is here at Mamas and Coffee. All right, why it's important, and why some of you, not me, are doing it all wrong. Okay, so again, I am Sybil, aka Mom Jones, the lady behind all things Mamas and Coffee. So, me time. Here at Mamas and Coffee, we describe me time as time that you take for you, not anything that your children want to do, not anything that your husband wants to do, your significant other, whomever. It's about you. This is time that rejuvenates your mind, body, and soul. That is what me time is. That's what we consider it here at Mamas and Coffee. It's not necessarily about you going to get your nails done, your hair done, a massage, um, a weekend getaway. It can be, right? Like all those things are great, but that is not what I am talking about when I am talking about me time here at Mamas and Coffee. It is you taking a little bit of time each day to focus on you and only you. It also falls under you taking 15 minutes, right? Because some of you ladies, yeah, we're going to go ahead, we're going to go there today. Some of you ladies are always talking about you're so busy, that you're too busy. Hold on. That you're busy. You don't have time to take care of yourself. You don't have time to do nothing. That you're just busy. You're ripping and running for everyone else, because if no one else does it, it won't get done, right? Like that is what you have made up in your mind. And I'm going to tell you, it's all lies. You're lying to yourself, okay? But to help you overcome that struggle of focusing on you and only you, I tell Tiana is down here enjoying her me time, tearing up another toy. That's her me time. She takes time every day to destroy a toy, but she's happy, right? But I tell all the ladies that are part of my Mamas and Coffee group, I will actually go ahead and drop that link here in the comments for you. It's on Facebook. Drop the link for you. It's right there. I tell all of my ladies in that Facebook group that me time is you taking a minimum of 15 minutes, at least a minimum of 15 minutes for yourself. Right? That's it. Just a minimum of 15 minutes. If you don't have 15 minutes to spare in your day, that you can sit back, enjoy a nice hot cup of coffee, maybe a glass of wine if it's later in the day, or a cup of tea, water, whatever your beverage of choice is. Taking that a minimum of that 15 minutes is a good thing for you to relax your mind. It's just you focusing on you. Maybe your me time is taking a walk, right? Like take that walk around the block to just free up your mind, to give yourself an opportunity to focus a little bit on you. All right, so minimum 15 minutes a day. I actually say take an hour a day, right? Like you can carve out 1 hour a day. That gives you 7 hours a week that you are doing something that you enjoy, something to help you relax for the day. I get it. If you work outside the home, you're like, oh, I'm busy in the morning trying to get to work, get the kids to school. I'm at work all day, then I have to leave work in a hurry, pick the kids up, yada, yada, yada. Okay, well, during your lunch break, take 15 minutes for you. Go sit in your car, go to the break room, close your office door. I'm not going to lie. When I used to work outside the home, I would close my office door and take a nap. I was like, I need a nap. Shoot. 15-minute nap did a body good back in the day because I had littles. My girls were little. I was actually nursing as well. So I used to close my door, pump. I pumped a few times a day, but there was one time midday, around lunchtime, I would pump, then I would take a nap, then eat my lunch and maybe run some errands and then go back to work. But I always took time for myself. And that's important to do. Now, that me talking about me time and what me time means here at Mamas and Coffee is the lead into what I really want to talk about today. And that is knowing when to bow out and focus on you, AKA taking your me time. If you are always busy, if every time a friend, a family member, whomever asks you to do something fun, something relaxing, and the first answer is, oh, I would love to, but I'm busy. That's a you problem. I'm going to say it. That is a you problem. If you do not have time to do anything that you enjoy, now moms of littles, y'all might be clenching your pearls right now, but I'm clutching your pearls right now. But I'm going to say it. I have 3 daughters. They are 2 years apart in age. They are now 17, 19, and 21. But I remember the days when they were little. I remember thinking that I was so busy. Then it dawned on me, y'all, when I had 3, right? I was busy. I was so busy when I had 1. I really wasn't, right? It was just, the truth was I didn't know what I was doing and I didn't really know what to expect. And I felt like society, so I had my granny. If you've been part of Mamas and Coffee for any period of time, I used to talk about my granny all the time. She passed away, it'll be 5 years this year. But I used to always talk about my granny. My granny said, my granny said, my granny said, my granny said. But I remember having my granny in one ear and society in another ear. Society telling me all the things I needed to be doing as a mother, all the things that would make me a great mother. When my granny was in my ear saying, hey, yes, take care of them babies, but take care of yourself. Relax. Leave your kids at home with your husband, they daddy, and you go do something for yourself. Get yourself a sitter, go out, date your husband. But I remember thinking, no, I am the only person in this house who could take care of my kids. Right now, it was just me and my husband. But I felt like I had to do everything, right? My husband don't know what he's doing. He don't know what he's doing. Look, we were in the same boat. We both were figuring out parenthood together. We both were learning to change diapers. We were both learning to manage our time with kids. But when I had my first daughter, I thought life was so busy, everything was so hectic, and it was. I'm not saying it wasn't. It was. But it mainly was the case because I was trying to live up to an expectation that society was painting for me. When, as I started talking to other moms with my girls, so I had my first daughter, right? So she is now 3. And I have a 1-year-old, right? So I have 1, 3, and 5. When they hit 1, 3, when my eldest was 5, my middle was 3, my youngest 1, that's when it dawned on me. Girl, you're doing this motherhood thing wrong. You need to pause and you need to focus on you. That's what you need to do. You need to, okay, listen to me, ladies. You never stop being a mother when you're a mom. You never stop being a mom. But I can hit the pause button, take my mom hat off, and be civil. So I'm telling you right now, mom, if you are juggling motherhood and you're feeling guilty because you just want to bow out from being mom for a couple of hours, you just want to bow out from being mommy for a couple of hours and go do something fun, go out with your girlfriends, go out with your husband, go live life, just be yourself, do that. Grab those heels, put on that cute little dress. Well, depending on where you are in the world right now, because I'm in Northern Virginia, y'all, there is still snow and ice on the road. So if you put on heels, okay, y'all, don't do this at home. I'm not telling you to do this, but I did put on a pair of heels the other day. I wanted to be cute. So I put on my little boots with my heel. I was like, Lord, I am too old to slip and fall. Lord, please don't let me fall on this ice. I can't break a hip. Shoot. I didn't fall, y'all. I didn't fall. I wasn't as graceful as I thought I was initially, but it was good. It was good. I didn't fall. That's all that mattered. But point being, go ahead and say, hey, I am going to pause being mom for a couple of hours, and I am going to go out and live as whomever you are, right? Because for some reason, ladies, again, guilty. I was guilty for a short period of time because, as I told you earlier, if you're just tuning in, I had my granny in my ear saying, hey, nah, you can go out. Just because you're a mom don't mean you have to stop living. And I looked at going out for a couple of hours, 2, 3, 4 hours was my me time, even when my kids were little. No, I wasn't going out every weekend. I wasn't going out every night, but I would go out. I had we had a little ritual, I guess you can say, in our house when our kids were little. If you're watching this, give me some thumbs up because it helps with the algorithm. So go ahead, give me some thumbs up, leave me a comment. Let's get this coffee chat with MomJonz going. We're talking about me time, knowing when to bow out and focus on you. And I am specifically talking to you as mom, right? We're going to have another one of these talking about when you need to bow out from friendships. Okay, we're going to get real. We're going to be real as we can be at Coffee Chats with MomJonz. But right now, I want you to bow out. Know that it's okay that as a mother with young kids, you can bow out from being mom. It's okay. Hey, Nikki girl, how you doing this morning, this afternoon? What time? Yes, afternoon. Because this is what happens. We gonna go there. When you have little kids, this is a real moment. This is it's gonna veer a little bit from me time, but we gonna talk about it. You cold, girl? It's cold here too. Shoot, we still got snow and ice everywhere. But and school out. School is out today. It is out. Okay, let me know in the comments. Is school out where y'all are? My youngest daughter was out of school last week, and it's not a huge deal because she is in high school now. She's a senior. So I was like, okay, you're out of school, whatever. Right? There's a difference. There's a difference when your kids are young, when they're in elementary school, and when they are older and school gets canceled, right? You're like, because when they're older, they're not, oh, they just canceled it for tomorrow. Oh, snap. They done called it early. You know, that is Helen is waiting for them to call school here. She wants them to, I think, yeah, she does want them to call school. She's babysitting today. So squirrel moment, coffee chats with MomJonz. I do engage with the audience. So if you're talking to me in the comments, I'm going to talk back. We're going to get back to the point here in a minute. So they canceled school yesterday about 5 or 6, or maybe a little earlier. And then last night, I don't know what time, somebody reached out to her and asked if she could babysit. She's like, yeah. She left at 6 a.m. this morning to babysit. So she's like, all right. So she went to babysit this morning. The mom asked her if she could babysit again tomorrow. I was like, yeah, tell her once they determine if school is out. If school is out tomorrow, yeah, why not? Go make your money. Go make your money. Hello, good afternoon. What's the weather like where you are? Miss Addie Walker. Is it cold? School canceled? What's going on? Yeah, and Nikki, as long as you get your paycheck, that's all that matters. But let's go back to the me time when you have littles. So it's important, moms of littles, take your me time now because you need that break from them kids. It is not bad. It is not selfish. It's cold. It's cold where you are. Ugh. Yes, this cold. I don't like the cold weather, but still got snow. Do you still have snow? But moms of littles, take your me time. You need that break. Promise you, you need that break. But not only do you need that break, your kids need that break. You never took me time when your kids were young. Why not? Why not? You need it. You need to have a break. Now, remember, me time here at Mamas and Coffee is a minimum of 15 minutes a day. Right? Now, let me say that. Oh, you said you regret it? Okay, let's talk about that. But let me just remind everyone that's tuning in here at Mamas and Coffee, 15 minutes, minimum 15 minutes a day for me time. But you need 15 minutes to 60 minutes a day. But moms, you need more than that. You need to treat yourself to a break. Not necessarily getting your nails done, your hair done, but just getting out of the house without them children. And let me tell you why. Because them little kids, They're going to drive you crazy. Them little kids are going to become teenagers. And guess what? When they become teenagers, they now have their own friends. And as much as we want to deny it, as much as we want to get in our feelings about it, those teenagers, they don't need us in the same way they needed us when they were little. And now you in your feelings because you have, how do I say this without, I'm going to say it. You have structured your life day in, day out, hour by hour, minute to minute to your children. Not saying you should not take care of them, but when they become teenagers and they start pulling away, and it's just natural, they start pulling away. Now your feelings hurt. You and your feelings. And then you want to know why you don't have any friends. I'm going to tell you why you don't have any friends. Because those friends who were calling you saying, hey, girl, let's go grab lunch. Hey, girl, come over. The friends who were inviting you to come over with your kids to just get away, right? We're going to let the kids play in the front yard. We're going to sit on the porch and talk. But no, you couldn't do that. Those people are gone. Why? Because you were, again, it's fine. Take care of your kids. But I will admit, I was one of those people. If I was constantly reaching out, asking you to do things, inviting you to do things, and you were always, no, 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 I'm busy. And it goes, being busy was going beyond just the normal care of your kids. I was like, I'm done. I'm not going to keep inviting you to things. And then you hear, oh, Sybil, you acting funny toward me. No, I'm not. For the last 8 years, I've been trying to get you out. I've been trying to get you to come around. I've been trying to get you to step away just for an hour. You always thought that you're not pawning your kids off on anyone, and you thought I'm not going anywhere my kids can't go. And how did that play out for you? Because look, I'm going to say it, Nikki. We did not live near family. The entire time our children were young, we still don't live near family. I found sitters, and I know people do not like babysitters, but true story. When we lived in Japan, my husband was on a ship, so he was deployed often. Our kids at that time were 3, 5, and 7. I made friends with other ladies who had teenagers. So their teenage daughters babysat for me when we went out. So the ship would go out to sea. All right, ladies, we gotta get out. We can't just be cooped up in this house day in and day out. So we made plans to go out. Hey, my friends had teenagers. Okay, yeah, I'm available to go out when your teenager is available to watch my kids. Bet. We went out. Now, yes. Do you need to, be mindful and cautious of who you have watching your kids? Yes. I'm not saying just leave them with anybody, but it was important for me at that time because I was home alone with the kids in a foreign country. Hey, I gotta go. I gotta get out. Me getting out and about, sightseeing, going out to dinner, going, concerts, whatever it is that we were doing, that was important. That was my me time. That was my time away. That was me being Sybil. Mommy was on pause. Mommy was back on duty the following morning. That's when mommy was back on duty. So I would return home for wherever we went. The sitter spent the night. Next morning, all right. Sybil is now mommy because I needed that me time. So, whole point being, moms, it is okay to bow out just a little bit. Just bow out a little bit. Go out, enjoy yourself. My kids played sports, so I was involved parent while they were in their school age years. But when they went off to college, that is when it hit. Yes, right there. I'm going to put this on the screen. Folks, yes, this right here. Yes, right here. Because I was already saying this earlier. When your kids start getting older, you realize, like, dang, I have spent every moment, and it's fine, right? You should be involved. But hold on. But you realize once these kids are grown, they out, you're like, dang, I don't have any friends. And it's hard, ladies. It's hard. It is hard to maintain friendships when we get older. And some people, I'm gonna go ahead. She's on here right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it out here. Sometimes you find yourself being friends with people that you've known all your life, but you just didn't talk to each other in your. Well, you know what? We didn't even talk when we were kids. We can go ahead and have this discussion. Nikki. So Nikki, I know Nikki personally. She laughing because she know I'm telling the truth. We did not talk. Our moms were friends. Our moms, even when we were young, if we think about this, let's go back to, the 80s. Our moms would get together. They would have us. We'd be at the house together, right? But we interacted a little bit, but we were never just like friends. But we interacted because you go with your mom. Our moms were like, hey, we're going to have our me time. They got together on the weekends sometimes, they were moms. They were good moms, but they were like, all right, look, y'all go play while we over here relaxing. Okay, bet. We never just really connected. I don't know why, but we just never did. But as we both were older, our kids were, Nikki's kids are a few years older than my kids, but they were still young, tweens, I guess tweens. Well, no, because Helen started messing with Nikki, just riding up and down the street. Helen used to just be outside messing with Nikki when Nikki would drive down the street. And then Nikki would stop. Like she just started stopping by the house when I would be home visiting, right? And we started talking. And when I go home now, I'm like, okay. But when I go home now, I'm like, hey, I'll be home. What you doing? Let's hang out. And we'll make plans to hang out. We'll message each other from time to time. And that's the other thing, ladies. You have to put forth the effort to talk to people and to keep your friendships alive. So last week, we had my youngest daughter as the special guest here at Coffee Chats. And she was talking about how she reconnected with her friends back here in Virginia. Now, we left here. She was 6th grade when we left. 7th grade when we left here. We went to California, and then we went to Bahrain. We moved back here right before her senior year, right? The summer of this past summer. We moved back to Northern Virginia. And her friends showed up at the house the first day that we came to the house. We spent 1 night in the hotel, then we came to the house. Her friends were here to greet her. She stayed in touch with them for 4 or 5 years. They made that friendship work. I see us as grown women, right? We don't do that. We don't make the time. We don't take the time. We say, oh, I'm too busy. I'm too busy. I'm too busy. Or, oh, I'm not on social media. I'm not on social media a lot. I'm too busy to be on social media. Well, nobody said that you have to only talk to me on social media. You have my phone number, call me. You can text me. And like Cat Williams, this is talking about this kind of goes with me saying about bowing out with friendships, because I did do a blog post. This is from I published it last year, but I'm going to share the link here with you today for you to take a read. And I'm going to do a coffee talk about this. And our coffee talks is when you get to come via Zoom to my private coffee room. And we're going to talk about whatever the topic is, right? But I want to talk about when you are tired of being the glue when it comes to friendships, right? And this is where I was going to go for next week, talking about bowing out. If you're the friend who is constantly reaching out, trying to check on your friends, and you get no response, or you get the excuse that, oh, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. Oh, I'm not on social. Oh, I'm not here, I'm not there. Okay. I'm not asking you to comment on my post on social. I'm just reaching out to you to see how you doing. You can't respond? You don't care? All right, cool, bet. I understand everybody gets busy. But in my Cat Williams, the little skit that one of his comedy clips that he has, I won't say the word, he says, do you not know I can see you? People, I want you to think about that. When you are telling folks in your life that you're too busy, oh, girl, I'm sorry. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I've been too busy. I'm not on social media. Oh, we see you. Don't you know we see you? I would much rather for you to just tell me that I ain't that important anymore. And that's cool. That's cool. Now, going to keep it real, because that's what I do at coffee chats. So don't get your panties in a wad when I say this. It's cool. If we ain't really cool like that, my feelings ain't hurt. Cause I've talked about this before. There's 3 types of friendships: good girlfriends, acquaintances, and hoes. If I was a hoe, that's cool. I'm cool with that. If I was that friend in your life that you only called up when you wanted to go shoe shopping or go out, that is cool. That's cool. That's where I say you bow out. Don't worry, I'm not going to check on you regularly. Because as we were saying earlier, that when you don't take time for yourself, when you don't take time for friends, when you have young kids, you find yourself being alone when you get older. Because for the people who take time to be a good friend, there's only so long that you're going to continue being that good friend. I've been that person to reach out. I see it a lot. I see it all the time on social when people are like, well, why doesn't anyone want to do things with me? Why doesn't anyone reach out to me? And I'm like, well, have you thought about they have tried to reach out to you? Because I know there are people in my life that I'm like, hey, let me just check up on you. I've been checking up on you for months, for years. I know you alive. I see that you alive. But then, I just get to a point where I'm like, okay, that's cool. We don't have that same type of relationship. That's my feelings ain't hurt. My feelings ain't hurt. I'm just not going to put forth the same effort anymore. I'm no longer the person that I'm no longer going to accommodate your schedule anymore. Right? How many of us, Ladies, let's be real. How many of us, girl, go to the doctor, chat with you later. Oh, but I will say this, Nikki. The next time I send you a doggone reel, you better comment because you know what I'm talking about. Ooh, snooker. Girl, I love his videos. Moo snuckers. But ladies, for real, take your me time. Focus on yourself. If you're listening to this and you have little kids, hey, it's all right to pause, put a pause on being mommy and be yourself. Go out, get cute. Go out with your girlfriends, go out with your man, go whatever. Go out by yourself. Do something for you. Take that time every single day. Wake up in the morning. If your me time is to walk around the block, do it. If your me time is to sit, because after this live, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit here in my chair in silence for a good 15 minutes. Actually, I'm lying. For 45 minutes. And go watch some TV. Because it's me time. It is time that I am taking for myself. And my me time is not interrupted. But I balance me time and time with others. Friendships, family, take that time. You saying you too busy? What are you really doing? What are you really doing? And if you're too busy to take care of you, you're doing something wrong. You need to make some serious adjustments. Maybe get some time management. Just saying. Maybe you need some time management. Just saying there. But a lot of times we do it to ourselves as moms. We overbook our lives because we feel like we have to always show up for everyone else before we show up for ourselves. Now, I know you're like, Sybil, you're talking out both sides of your neck here. You're talking about, oh, you need to show up for your friends, be there, support your friends, yada, 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 check on your friends. Yes, I am saying that. But like I said, we will break that down in a whole nother live. But right now, I am saying to you that when we have young kids, we allow, we do, again, they're too young to set a schedule for us, but we forget about ourselves, right? We just totally, well, I didn't let myself go like that, but we sometimes just forget about ourselves. We're not taking care of ourselves. We're not doing things that make us happy because we feel like we have to pour every hour, minute, and second into our kids. And then you're miserable. Right? Again, I've been, when I first had my youngest, I loved my daughter. I was like, dang, I am home every day with this baby. I need some friends. And I did. Like, I made friends. I had my little baby crew friends, but it took me a little bit. It took me a little while because society, and this was before social media was this big. Like, we had what was it? We had chat rooms. What was it called? We had Black Planet back then. We had Baby Center Community, and we didn't have Facebook yet. But you still had the pressure of society, you know, things that you would hear other people talk about, right? I remember meeting other moms and they would tell me all of the things that they were doing every day with their kids and yada, 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 yada. And I was over there like, I don't do all that. We ain't. Yeah, we did some finger painting today, but yeah, nah, we ain't doing all that. I felt my people that made me realize, hey, I am a normal, everyday human being. And this is what I enjoy. I love my kids, but I also love myself, doggone it. And I need to take a break. And it is okay that I want to step away from this baby. And it was great. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? That's what my granny is telling me. My granny is telling me, hey, it is all right to have me time. It is all right to say, yes, I love my kids, but right now, mommy needs a break. You're not a bad mom because you need a break. You're not a bad mom because you want to get dressed up and not smell like throw up today. You actually want to smell good and go out with friends. Take that me time. It's important. You need it and you deserve it. Okay, so again, just a quick recap of what me time is here at Mamas and Coffee. It is a minimum of 15 minutes a day. You may not be having me time with anybody else other than yourself at 15 minutes, okay? 15 minutes to 60 minutes a day. You can expand on that and go out and do something else that you enjoy doing with other people, with other ladies, with other whomever, just things that you enjoy doing and not feel guilty because of it. And at Mamas and Coffee, look, we have it, we give you an opportunity to join us virtually. So you don't even have to leave your house. We Mamas and Coffee this year, 2026, we will do both virtual and in-person meetups where you can come meet other amazing women, moms, aunties, sisters, cousins, because at Mamas and Coffee, we're not just about motherhood. I'm just talking about motherhood today because it was what was on my mind, talking about me time. Me time kind of fell into the mommy segment today, but me time covers, non-moms as well. But it's important that we as women come together and talk about topics that we want to talk about. So every coffee talk, right? Coffee talks are our event series, will be a specific topic. And with Coffee Talks, it's not just me talking. It's not just my co-host. So Mamas and Coffee has Coffee Chats with MomJonz every Monday. Mamas and Coffee also has the Mamas and Coffee Show. That is where I have my co-host, Miss Grace Romo. That streams live every second and fourth Wednesday of the month at noon Eastern. Mamas and Coffee also has Stroke Talks, where we bring stroke awareness, where I interview fellow stroke survivors and share their story about stroke and recovery. But our event series is Coffee Talks. And within Coffee Talks, like I said, they're virtual and in person. You come to our private coffee room for the virtual ones. They are held via Zoom. We bring the topic. It is a guided discussion where I will open the topic. Grace will open a topic, depend on which one of us is hosting it, but it will always be hosted by the team here at Mamas and Coffee. And that is me and Grace. And then you will be able to answer questions. What are you doing, Tiana? Ask questions, answer questions. It is a casual conversation, all curated and led by the Mamas and Coffee team. All right, so virtual and in person. The in-person ones, they will be hosted here in the DC area, as well as other locations here in the US, because we are going to be traveling with Mamas and Coffee this year in 2026. So if you have a suggestion where you would like to meet myself and my co-host from the Mamas and Coffee show, send us a message. Let us know. You can always email me directly at Sybil@mamasandcoffee.com, with the city or state that you would like us to come to. You can also email me with any topic you would like for me to discuss here during a coffee chat, or for us to discuss during the Mamas and Coffee show. Because we'll talk about life, whatever it is. You want to hear about it? We'll talk about it. All right, folks, I'm going to go have my me time. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Little Lou. Oh, I almost forgot this, because this is important. If you love this coffee chat or any coffee chat that I have done this year, you can support it right there below. Just go to that URL, or you can also just scan this QR code here and support. No pressure. It just helps keep coffee chats flowing. So with this one that I currently have, this will go directly for the Coffee Chats with MomJonz support. Or if you want to support everything we do here at Mamas and Coffee, you can scan this QR code and support us for everything that we do here at Mamas and Coffee. So this one covers all things Mamas and Coffee, and this one right here covers specifically Coffee Chats with MomJonz. All right, you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Remember to know you, be you, and love you. Go get yourself this mug. You can find this mug on my website, mamasandcoffee.com. All right, have a good one. Bye.